If you are running a growing agency, three things start slowing you down first. The first one is client updates are happening everywhere, like across emails, Slack, and other tools. And the back and forth communication between the client and the founder just to send the same updates and the context again and again. That limits the focus and the bandwidth of the founder. And the second problem is client deliverables are sent manually every week with unnecessary effort and a lot of time wasted every week. And the third problem is all the client and team files get scattered across folders, Slack, threads, and email. So in this video, I'll showcase you how I solve these three problems inside one Notion system. So let's start with solving the problem of repeated and manual client deliverables first. This system solves the problem of your team sending the same deliverables manually every week. So this is called the client deliverables hub. Okay, this is an internal view for the agency where you can see the deliverables, the review links across all of your clients just at one place. So you can see that here are the client's name and all of the deliverables are like organized in clients groups. Okay, and the next part is you can track here what's the deliverable name, the review link, due date. This is the due date to review the things internally and who it is assigned to inside your team. So as soon as you update the status as client review, that same link and all of the details automatically appear in the respective client portal. For example, here I have random examples. This is Jesse. Okay. So whenever you update it as a client review, the same details will appear in this client space. Now let me show you one example. Let's move on. Let me show you the client portal first. So you can see here we have the client portals for all of the clients, and I will move on to Jesse. And here you can see we have the client review for the client. Okay. So you can see here we have the only one entry. And now I am going to update this task as next 2 weeks posters review. I would update it as a client review. And the next part is review 2 weeks to website blogs. So I would update it as a client review. And the next part is here you can see all of the details are moved here and here you can assign to your client. So this is not a real client, it's just an example. So I can't assign anyone here while showcasing the example. So this is how the deliverables are sent to your client without copying the links and sending the repeatable messages. Okay, so this one activity gives you back a lot of hours. So now let's move on to the client side. As a second problem, we discussed that there is a lot of back and forth communication between the client and the founder for giving the context, sending the same updates. Firstly, this problem exists because your clients don't have visibility to see what's happening, what's the progress. Because of that, there are so many repeated communication and repeated check-ins with each other. So to solve this problem, we have a very simple system that's called client portal. In this case, each of your client gets one page, like one client is equal to one client portal. So in this one page, your client gets everything what they need to see. So let me show you here one example of a client portal. Let's move on to this client named Jesse. And inside this client portal, you would see here is everything that your client needs to know. Just one place and everything is tracked here. So this single system eliminates a lot of updates and check-ins that happen across Slack, emails, WhatsApp, and name it. So let's walk through it first. The first element is here is a KPI tracker. So whatever initiatives you are running for the client, all of those initiatives are visible here along with the progress. For example, what's the KPI name and what's the category, who is the owner of this initiative, and what's the target goal and what's ongoing. And based on this, for example, if I mark it as 5,000, So it gives you updates that okay, what's the progress and what's the status. So your client see the progress here. And the next part is here you can update that whether this KPI is tracked weekly, monthly or quarterly. So here are the next review dates. For example, if the next review is 19, you get a reminder on the same day. So this is how the just KPI tracker gives a lot of visibility to the client on the progress. And the next part we have is the client review. So your client gets all the links here. For example, in content marketing or in design, they review the design and the content because it before it goes live. Okay. So here you can see the list of tasks for your client with the review links, due date, and the status. And let's say I update it as approved. So now it has moved to the approved section. So this is where your client come and see, okay, what I need to review, what's here. So this is where they get neat and clean, all of the updates here to work on. And the next part is projects overview. So this place gives update to you, to your team, and to yourself the all over project details and progress. For example, we have one example here. So this gives you this gives your client all of the details that they need to know about the project, the goals, the strategy notes, the time visibility, the scope for the client. All of the project details are at one place, and here they can see that okay, how many tasks have been done under this project and what's completed, what's pending. So yes, you can see that this single project, this single space can bring a lot of clarity and visibility to your client without your extra efforts. And next, here is the request table. For example, your clients can add any of the requests to your team. Okay, so they can update any kind of requesters to your team who they assign it to, and any due date for like your client can assign any kind of due date for your team, and when the request is submitted, and here you can you can track the progress as well. So your client comes and assigns any request to your team, and here your team can add any of the requests that they have for the client. For example, please share new pictures to go with your upcoming content. What's the due date? Who is assigned? What's the status? Any required attachments on UI. So when requesters are streamlined this way, it eliminates a lot of confusion and missed updates. For example, there are so many things this week going on between the team and the client in Slack and threads. So many things get missed and constant reminders are needed. But this single space eliminates that chaos as well. So next we have the files and resources. Your client can add any of the files here. For example, when we onboard a new client, okay, so they have so many files to share with us, and even along the way they have upcoming files that they keep sharing with us. So they can directly come here, upload any file, any link. Okay, they can assign to anyone, they can write down the file name, and yeah, so here they can upload the files for the team. At the same place, your team can add any files for the client. Okay, you will click on a new page and paste any link here, file link, any of the tag, the file name, just random anything. And this is how your team would give the file. Let's say you don't use this file anymore. Simply click on this archive button and the file will move to the archive or deleted section. So the next we have the meetings notes. If you want to like organize or streamline meeting notes, so at this one place you can update the things related to the ongoing meetings with the clients. For example, you can have any meeting, let's say monthly review. Okay, and next, any of the required things you can update here. So this is how it works. And the next part is that, so this is for, as you can see, this is only for the client Jesse. So only that client will be updated here. No chaos, just one place for one client. So this way your clients stop asking for the same updates every time, and your team don't need to explain the same context repeatedly. This is how you get time back to focus on what really matters, and your client's experience is elevated as well. So now let's move on to the file section. So this system solves the problem of scattered files and resources across the tools like Drive, Slack, email. So this single system centralizes all the resources, all the files of the client, of the founder and the client just at one place. So let me show you its functioning first. This is the master file library. It's created because I have personally observed in agencies that there are very common messages that, hey, can you please send me that file which was sent 2 weeks ago? Can you send that link again? So even people are asking for the files which were sent months ago. So now if your team needs even a 1 year old file, they will get under a few seconds. So the first thing is here, let's say this is a according to the file name, who is, if in any case if someone is assigned for any file, you can mention them, any of the like PDF or file. Okay, and next link. The best part is you can organize this team space, team file space. Let me show you. Group, I would group it by the team function. So yeah, you can see now I've grouped it under the team function. For example, if let's say you have the content team, now they will just open their space and see what they need to, and then your design team will come and see into their area, and here we have for the operations team. And let's say you are adding another more files here. Okay, so let me show you here. I would click on a new page, and let's say I have the team function for lead gen. So you can see it has already created a different space for lead gen. And now I will update the links, the files, the file name, everything at one place. Okay, so this is for the internal team files only. Now next we have the client files. So this single space organizes the files which are submitted by your client to your team. Okay, so you can see here we have the client name and all of the files are organized under their names. Let me show you how it works. So we have the client portal. This we have this client portal. Inside this we have the client sources, as we have seen it already. You can see files and resources. So these all the files are uploaded by Jesse. So whatever files are added by your clients in their respective client portals, those similar files also get visible in this space organized under their client name. So this way you are not operating this area, you are not touching it. So whatever files, whatever sources are added by your client in their client portals, those get automatically updated here, because the file source, this file space of client file and the file sources in client portals, both are interlinked. Okay, and the next part is, let's say you are not using any file anymore, you can simply click on the archive button, it would be moved to this section. Okay, and next we have the company knowledge base. This is optional. For example, there are so many learning and knowledge base sources for the team, for the founder. You can organize the learning sources at one place. Let's say this is the name and area, like whether it's for HR, operations, finance, strategy, content, and what's the category, reference, best practices, framework, anything. So then you can mark the status, whether it's active or whether for like whatever the status is. And the next is the links, and everything's updated at one place. And the next is similarly you can even bring more organization here by just let's 1 second. I would go to the group section. So I would like to organize it according to the department, sales, HR, and operations, where we have the area. So you can see now we got it organized according to the area. So if you want to have this additional space for just the knowledge base or the company knowledge base, you can have it. So so this way, instead of your files living across the tools like Drive folder, Slack threads, and old links, all of these things come at one structured space. So this way your team gets what they need without messaging you and without asking you for any kind of files and links. Yeah, we are done with it. And the best part is with this system, onboarding becomes easier because all of the knowledge sources, the knowledge base, the files are handled at one place. Now comes the part why this system works for the growing agencies. So the first reason is that it removes a lot of manual activities for the team. And the second part is it centralizes the information instead of spreading across tools. And the third part is it removes a lot of client back and forth when it brings visibility. As agencies grow, complexities grow along the way because of more clients and more team members and more moving parts. But when your setup is simple, lean, and centralized, things stay simple even when the volume increases. So, if you're thinking about building a more centralized setup like this for your agency, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn or email. This because this is the exactly kind of structure and system I help founders set up. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.